What's going on, everybody? It's Cam Brown, the host of Keeping It Real podcast. And today we have a special guest, my friend, former teammate, content creator, entrepreneur, Keegan Jones.
It's good, bro. How's it going, man?
Man, good. What's been going on with you?
Man, just hopping back and forth with football and stuff. You know how it is, man. Just trying to figure this thing out.
So you're in Dallas right now. You're living in Dallas.
Yeah, bro. I just got out here in the city, bro. I got here about February, so you know what I'm saying. So it's been smooth though. I fuck with Dallas. I ain't gonna lie to you. I fuck with it.
Okay. So you came from Tennessee. So how would you compare Dallas to the life in Tennessee? Because they consider both the South, being in the South.
Now I will say this: Dallas, Texas stuff is not the South, but.
What you mean Texas ain't the South?
It's the South, but it's the South in its own way. But I feel like Tennessee's smooth, you know what I'm saying? But it's only like where I'm from, Cleveland, Tennessee. So it's only like Dallas. There's a lot of damn. Damn.
I did the same shit yesterday. I did the same
I'm
shit
thinking
yesterday.
too much. I got to just say cool. That's what you little boy. You know how to interview.
Man.
I be getting nervous for bitches.
Take us back through your journey about where you're from, where you grew up at, and how you got to UCLA and where you are now.
Sure, I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee. Like a lot of people don't really know what that is. Like every time I tell somebody Cleveland, they be like, Cleveland, Ohio. I'm like, nah, hell nah, Cleveland, Tennessee. But basically, my journey to get to UCLA was I actually started at the Naval Academy. Out of high school, I was lowly recruited and all types of stuff. So Navy was like my biggest offer. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go that route. And obviously, my dad and stuff, he was in the Navy. I got like a military family, so I was like, I'm gonna try this out. You know what I'm saying? I went to the Naval Academy. I was there for about probably a month. I was doing a little boot camp. I cut my hair off. I was bald headed. I was going through a lot of stuff out there. I just halfway through that, I was like, man, you know what? Like, I don't think this is for me. I feel like I just want to stick to football and just school. So got to that point. I was like, I called my pops. I called my uncle. I talked to a lot of different people, and I was like, man, I think I'm just gonna leave this school. So it's crazy though. Whenever I was leaving, I was like, man, like the coaches and stuff, they was like, don't leave, man. Like, we really want you to play football here. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is now. We feel like we can get you here because it's wild because they got me. They got me to the point where I could skip the prep school and come straight directly to the Naval Academy. So they was like, man, we did a lot of things for you. We got you straight to the school, man. Like, we want you to stay. Like, we need you to play. So I was like, all right. But I thought about it a little bit more, and I ended up just leaving. But when I left, one of the coaches there who recruited me, he was like, man, I see the potential you got. I see the talent you have. So he reached out to a whole bunch of different schools, and one of those schools was obviously UCLA. So literally about a week or two after I left Navy, UCLA called. Deshaun Foster was one of the people I talked to. Coach Foster, as we say.
Shout out, Coach Foss. Shout out, Coach Foss.
Coach Foster, you know what I'm saying? That's my dog. But he called me. First, they tried to hit me with the pull up right now. You can come right now, but you got to pay $60,000. So I was like, that was a no go. But eventually they negotiated with me. They was like, well, you can come in January, be like an early enrollee, and you start there and you'll be a full scholarship. So that's when I got to UCLA in January 2019. So once that started, that was my UCLA journey.
Wow, that's insane. So take me back to the Naval Academy because I've always wondered what it was like because I know they make people shave their heads. Is it true that they make you get up at like 5 or 4 in the morning every day, like banging on the door? Like, is that true?
Bro, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Navy it was a cool experience though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like it showed me like different things that I can do in a fast amount of time. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But I'll say, yeah, you for sure getting up at 5. You get up at 5 in the morning. Whenever you getting up, they banging on the door. You don't got no phone. You don't got no alarm clock. So they the alarm clock for you. So they got to be loud. They coming in there, banging on the door. Get up. But yeah, man. So basically, the schedule was, if I can remember, probably it was a long time ago. But basically, I remember. So you go to sleep around like 9. You waking up at 5. Whenever you wake up, you gotta make sure you make your bed up properly. And it's crazy because the way you make your bed, you gotta like fold the top part of the bed. You gotta fold it. You gotta measure, make sure it's 12 inches, something like that. I might be wrong, but you gotta fold the corners. You gotta make it perfect. You gotta be perfect. And if it ain't perfect, they're gonna mess it up. But you only got like 5-6 minutes to do that in the morning. So you up at 5 in the morning. That's the first thing you gotta do: make your bed. Then you gotta go in there. You gotta shave. You gotta shave every day. If you got I didn't have facial hair, but luckily I was. You know what I'm saying? I was good with that. But you gotta shave, and then you gotta get out there in the hallway. You gotta have your name tag measured right. It's a lot of stuff, bro. But when you get in the hallway, you sitting there at attention. They basically asking you this is that. And they telling you what you're about to do for the day. and tell you what to put on and this and that, and then boom, you take off. You gotta run to the little courtyard where you work out and stuff at. It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
I don't know if I would have
It's a,
survived that.
yeah,
Like,
it was for sure. It was for sure. Like it pushed me like to my limits. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was one of those things where I was like, yeah, this is for sure pushing me to my limits. But like now, and like even when my experience to UCLA, like when things got hard, I was like, man, like this ain't even. I can't even like. Man, this ain't nothing like the Navy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's little stuff like that. But.
Say you didn't make the bed in time, or say when y'all were standing out in the hallway, standing at attention, whatever. Did y'all ever have anybody who would just kind of giggle, or you look at your homie standing over there, and y'all kind of smirk like.
I ain't gonna lie to you, but that's how that was me. You know what I'm saying? It was me. I had another homie named Tayshon. That was his last name. His first name was Colin, but in the military you go by your last name. So they was like Jones, Tayshon, Kim. Like they just said like different last names, but I had two other homies that was in my like platoon. That's what they called it. So Tayshner and Kim, them two dudes, they was real funny. But every time like one of us got yelled at or something, we'd be looking at the corner of our eye like, because sometimes you gotta be across the hallway and the little officer, they just be walking back and forth. So if they get in that dude's face, you like they tell you in the Navy, don't look like the person yelling at you. You don't look at them in the eye. You're supposed to look at like keep your eyes in the boat. So you're supposed to basically like stare through their forehead type of deal. It's weird, but like you just not looking them dead in there. Like when they talk to you, you're not looking at them in the eyes like this. You like just looking like that. So the homie was getting yelled at. He'd see me in the background just like looking at him and stuff. So it'd be hilarious, bro. But like all that stuff, bro, I feel like it was a cool experience. I ain't gonna lie. It was for sure funny. It was some funny times, a lot of funny moments. But
did you ever run into anybody where it's like, what the hell are they doing here? Like in the Naval Academy? Like, do you think?
I mean, it was, to be honest with you, like it's weird because right when I got there, I didn't even get to see like the football team, none of that. Like we seen the football team. Actually, we seen them the first day because we all had to meet up with the coaches. They was like, yeah, you guys are going to get ready to go to this. It'd be the easiest thing you do here. Like, this and that. They was capping. I ain't gonna lie to you. They was capping their ass off. But it's like whenever you get done, you can move on to the football and then go from there. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, a lot of guys on the football team, they separate us all up. It was like one other dude that's on the team that was in my platoon, but it was cool though. It was cool.
Wow. No, that's insane, bro. I couldn't. I already know I couldn't do the Naval Academy. Like the shaving the head shit. Nah, I would lose my fucking mind.
It's funny because one dude pulled up and he had a head full of hair, like long hair, white dude. You know what I'm saying? So he had it. It was like down to his shoulders. I was like, man, when I tell you they cut his hair off so quick, and they don't. I try to pull up. See, so like a week before I went, I was like, look, I'm gonna cut my hair down to like a bald fade. You know what I'm saying? Bald fade, you still got a little dark, but the back bald. So I was like, I'm gonna get a little bald fade. I'm gonna be all right. Well, I pulled up. The barber was like, "Oh, you thought you was gonna get a haircut before this? You wasn't gonna have to get it cut yet, boy." So I tell you, they cut the little bitty hair that I had left on my head. They trimmed all that off. They using the lineup.
Dang.
They ain't using. they ain't
using no guard. No guard. That's crazy.
I mean, if you had long hair, say if you pulled up with long hair, then they'd use a guard first, then they use that. But I put up with a bald fade, so nigga, they trimmed me down, boy. But my head was looking like my damn lawn.
No, guard is insane. Like they just straight chopped it off.
Yeah,
like
chopped it off ball, bro. And then it's 2 times during like your spree that. So you say I was only there for 3 weeks, almost a month. But during those 3 weeks, you get your hair cut twice. So you cut the first day you get it cut, and then you get it cut again like week 2 because people's hair start to kind of grow back. Obviously, so you cut it off again. You like damn, my shit was just growing back.
Man, so with y'all having like curfew and stuff. What do you do if you get hungry at night? Like, do they have restaurants or like, can you DoorDash? Like, can you DoorDash out there? Like, what?
I told you, bro, you ain't got. So I think this is the thing. I didn't make it through, obviously, the whole thing. So I didn't get to the point where I was an actual student. But I think once you get to the point where you're done with the boot camp part, you can start DoorDashing. I don't know about DoorDashing, but you probably can start walking around. There's little different spots and stuff like that on the campus that you can eat. But I will say, though, like, they have 3 meals a day in the cafeteria, and they feed you. Like, the food is hella good at that motherfucker. Like,
damn, okay.
The food legit. I ain't gonna lie to you because they know like you're gonna need all that energy, especially like during the boot camp. Like they was like breakfast. It was a lot of breakfast. You can eat as much as you need to. Obviously, they ain't gonna overfeed you, but eat as much as you need to. Hydrate. This and that. They make sure that the food. That's one thing that I couldn't wait. Like my pops, when he told me he was going, he's like, man, just make it meal to meal. Like trying to get
man, but I would be scared if somebody told me that. Like, hey, you finna go to college now? You just got to make it meal to meal,
like because they know the boot camp, bro. But like the thing is, even at the meals, even at the meals, you got to do like it's not like so like right now we sitting all the way back on the chair. So whenever you at the table for the meals, you got to sit at the front 6 inches of your chair. You got to sit straight up like this. And then whenever you eating, you got to square off your meal. So say to my plate right here, you can only take one bite at a time. So you can't just dig in. Like
What? So they got people watching y'all?
Yeah, it's a the instructor right here, the officer right here at the table, and it's like three on this side, three on that side, or four on this side, four on that side. It's 8 people for like platoon, but it's a whole different thing. But you sit at the table and you just sitting there, and then whenever you eat, and say you got some eggs, you gotta pick it up, bring it to your mouth, put it back down, sit the table down, put your hands back on your lap, sit there, and then you can do that again.
That's crazy. No, that's crazy.
It's wild.
That's crazy, bro.
It's wild, ain't it?
Some of the teammates I played with throughout my life, they would never make it at that. They would have turned up. Like y'all, you ever had anybody just turn up on one of the officers, like cuss them out?
Oh, man, so it's funny because that's to be honest with you, that's my breaking point because I got to the point where. So basically, this is what happened. I'll give you a quick little rundown. So I'm in the room, and late night they give you snacks. So they'll say you got like a box of people actually can send you stuff. When they send you stuff, you had to put it in like a little clear container. I still got the container. That's the crazy part. But you got to put it in a clear container. There's like little snacks and stuff. You can have like Oreos in your own nice and that. So it's late night. I don't got no phone. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting a little hungry. I'm going to eat a little snack. So I ate some Oreos and I put it on the side of my bed. Instead of getting down and throwing it away, I put it on the side of my bed. I meant to throw it away the next day. Forgot. So we leave. Like I said, we get up in the morning. We go do this and that. Come back to the room. Bro, I come back to the room, bro, and all my stuff is thrown, like my bed sheets, clothes, like, bro, everything thrown on the floor, like everything.
Oh man.
So like me, I'm like, what the hell, bro? Like all my stuff on the floor. So I'm like, what the fuck? But so I'm standing at the door, and whenever you're addressing an officer that's walking by, you gotta be like, ma'am, it's ma'am, something, ma'am, you gotta finish it like that. So she's walking by, and I was like, ma'am, I got a question, ma'am. And then she's like, yes, like what's going on? I was like, it's like, ma'am, all my stuff is on the floor, yada yada yada. She's like, you know why all your stuff is on the floor? I was like, no, ma'am. She was like, because you was eating Oreos, this, that, and you left the wrapper up there, so we seen it, and we just destroyed your room. But me personally though, like, and then keep in mind though, like, like this is when I was like, I was young though, you know what I'm saying? So like, I still had little anger issues, all that type of stuff. But basically, I was like, man, like, because I heard like whenever you first go in there, like the officers that's instructing you right away, they're in the military, but they're about to go off to be real officers to like really control like the real military. They're about to go into it, so that they're seniors and they have to lead the freshmen. That's like their last little, you know what I'm saying, like their last thing. So, but they ain't supposed to do certain stuff. And that type of stuff is one of them. So like, but I didn't really know that at the moment. But I was like, I told her I was like, who y'all expect this to like pick this up? Like I just threw all my stuff on the ground. Like, I'm not picking this up. Like I'll tell you, bro, it was scattered like clothes and my sheets. So I was like pillow, everything. I'm like, bro, I sleep on this stuff. Like, come on, bro. Like, but she was like, oh, you're saying like we basically started to talk. Like I started to get like out of like what I'm supposed to be doing. Like instead of like standing at attention talking to her, I was just talking to her like she was just like, you ain't supposed to do that in the military. So she was like, why aren't you at attention? I was like, I'm trying to be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk to her, but she's like, why ain't she still on like that time? And so I'm like, all right. And then that's when she's like, so you're telling me you're not gonna pick it up? I was like, no, I'm not picking this stuff up. It's gonna sit here, like, because I was mad, bro. Like, I was like, I threw myself on the floor. I'm not picking it up. Like, I'm not doing it. But yeah. So I told her that, and then one of the dudes came in there. And he seen me talking to her, like just talking to her. So he tried to turn up and like, man, why? He's he taught me something like that. I mean, it was called plebe. It's called plebe summer. So he was like, why are you talking to her? You're not at attention. This and that. And I was like, bro. And he was walking up on me. So like I was like, bro, back up, bro. Like I put my head out. I was like, bro, back up, bro. For real. Like I ain't even like I was kind of mad. So he was like, why are you even here? And I was like, man, I don't even know why I'm here. Like I started arguing, going back and forth. I was like, that was my breaking point, bro. And it's like, I look back at that and I be like, bro, like I wish I didn't even like get mad because like sometimes I be feeling like that's what they be wanting, like people to break. And then, but it was just one of those little learning experiences. It got me. I got mad. I was like, man. But after that, I was like, boom. But I never picked the stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but it's crazy. Come to find out later that day, I talked to like the main like girl that was over my platoon. Like I said, it's 8 of us.
Yeah.
And it's like a captain that's over that. So she was like, she talked to me. She was like, so what's going on? I was like, I told her what happened. I was like, this is all stuff, like, this is not like, where they threw my stuff on the ground. Like, they could at least just like messed it up on my bed or like told me, like, you ain't supposed to do that. This is that. They threw all my stuff on the floor, like, everywhere, scattered it. So I was like, she was like, yeah, like, between me and you, they're not even supposed to do that. Like, they told us rules because we're not really like, we're still students as well. We're just seniors. They was like, she's not supposed to do that to you. So I was like, I'm like, oh, so she was trying to get over on me.
Yeah,
I knew
that
that.
would have
That's
had
what I'm
me.
saying.
I
Like,
would have been hot. I would have
man.
been
So I
hot.
was
I ain't
like,
gonna lie.
bro, like, come on. So that's when she told me that. I was like, all right. So see, now I know what time y'all on. That's why I left probably about a week after that. But like, I thought about stuff like that. I was like, they probably like so happy to get me up out of there. Like, they probably were hella excited. But it
Man.
is what it is, though. I mean, it all obviously turned out for the better.
So after all that happened and you got ready to go to UCLA, did you get a chance to go visit
Is it UCLA?
UCLA?
Yeah, I took a visit. It was so I had left Navy around. It was I got there in like June. I got there early June. I left late June. So I visited UCLA I think around October. So they hit me up right before season. They was like, we want you to come. That's why I said. So he was like, we want you to try to make it this season. But I was like, they was like, but you got to pay $60,000. I was like, nah, I can't do that. So they was like, look, okay, well just come on a visit in October to one of the games. And then you'll be enrolled in January. So it was cool. I mean, I went to the game. I don't know if you've seen the clip. You might have seen the highlight, but you know Darnay Holmes.
Yeah.
So he was the Arizona running back broke loose. I don't know if you've seen it, but bro hawked him in. And right before he scored, he punched
Yeah,
it
yeah, I
out.
remember that. I remember
He
that.
punched that shit out. That shit was crazy. I was like, yeah, that's hard.
So you was probably like, was that your first time in LA or you had been out there
My
before?
first time in LA, bro.
So
That was
you was
I wouldn't say it was my I think my second time on the plane because I flew to Navy, obviously.
dang.
I flew to Cali. But that was my second time on the plane. That shit was cool. I went out to LA, but I seen the Rolls Royce, but it was like they pointing at we went downtown to like BJ's to eat. It's pointing at the hookah lounge right beside. That's like, yeah, Shaq be right here all the time. You see the Rolls Royce outside of it. I was like, bro, that's a Rolls Royce. Like back then, bro, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Cleveland, Tennessee, but you don't see nothing but old trucks and shit. But I seen the Rolls Royce. I was like, man, Rolls Royce. I'm taking videos of it.
That's crazy. So was it one of those moments where it was like you knew like you wanted to go there?
Yeah, because it's wild because like even as a kid, me and my homies used to talk. We used to be like, bro, like one day I'm gonna live in LA, like I'm trying to go to Cali. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but like I never really knew it might have come true. But once that happened, I was like, when I had the opportunity, once they showed me around the city and stuff, like they drove us around. They was like, the beach over here, this and that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm coming here. Yeah.
Dang, no, that's crazy. That's almost all it was for me. Like my dad's from out there, his side of the family, so we used to go out there all the time. Immediately, I was like, yeah, UCLA is my dream school. I had fucked with USC too, but UCLA was like close to the beach, Beverly Hills, Bel Air. I'm like, dang, like man, it was just different. It was
the whole
just different.
area. I feel like the whole Westwood area is smooth. USC, they wasn't interested in me. I ain't gonna lie to you. USC never hit me up, but it's fuck USC. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was for sure cool. I feel like even just my experience living in LA, seeing the different areas like USC, I feel like the campus is nice, but everything around it is kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of messed up. But UCLA, Westwood got Beverly Hills in his backyard. Bel Air right here, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's way better.
That's fire. So like, what did it feel like? Do you remember like what you did, what you were doing, like the first night, like you moved in and you were like, dang, like I'm living in LA.
Bro, my first I'm in LA moment, I ain't gonna lie to you. So I got out there and it was like, I think it was either the beginning of the quarter or it was like almost the end of the quarter where they do I forgot what street it was. I think it's Glendon. It was one of them little streets. You know what I'm saying? All them streets.
Glendon.
It was one of the streets. I don't know if it was Glendon, but it was one of the streets that was by I was staying in the dorm. I was on Dykstra. That was one of the oldest buildings. It was there. It was me, my homie Chase, and Will. But we left because it was like supposed to be a little block party like outside. So bro, I pulled up out there. I'm walking out there, bro. I tell you, the whole street is just filled. It wasn't the little undie run. It was something else. It was like just a block party. People they like a little bonfire up in the middle of the street, some little fire. People just all on the street, just like just having fun. Bro, like it got so packed that people were standing on people's cars. The fire kind of got a little big. I look in the sky, bro, there's a helicopter. I got videos of it.
What?
There's a helicopter putting this light on it, trying to like tell us like everybody needs to leave. This is that. Bro, that was the moment I was like, oh yeah, I'm in Cali now, bro.
Wait, what year? What year did you get?
This is 2019, so I got
Oh,
there.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I remember there was something like that that
They did
happened
it
when I
again
was
though.
there
They did
too.
it a
Yeah, it
couple
was crazy.
times though, but I was like, bro, like that was my first time. Like, yeah, this is some Cali shit. Because only time I didn't see them type of helicopters was on GTA, bro. So I'm like, bro,
Man,
I'm like, they got the LAPD out here. It was wild though. It was for sure cool.
LA is crazy. It's funny because I actually knew how to get around out there. Swear to God on my life because of the GTA map. I
Tell
dead
you,
ass would not use like I would memorize how to drive around on the GTA map without having to put in like the navigation on the game.
yeah,
So when I
especially
got
around
out
that beach
there,
area.
I'd go to Santa Monica, go to the pier, I drive to Malibu, all because GTA.
Man, I'm telling you, especially like around that pier area where all that the Santa Monica area. Oh yeah, you play GTA, you know, all you got to do is just
Man,
memorize the map, and you be good around that
that's fire. So like who were some of like the coolest people that you met when you first got there? Like going to a different school, you know, it's hard meeting people, especially from being out of state and
area. I ain't gonna
stuff.
lie to you, the first few people I clicked up with was probably obviously DTR Dorian. He was probably my best homie at the time. Um, shit, Martell, obviously the running back, Martell,
Martell.
Kaz, Joshua Kelly, like the whole running back room, we all of that clicked up because that was my position group. But
Yeah.
who I was hanging out with the most was probably Dorian. You know what I'm saying? He got me. You know what I'm saying? He showed me around the city, all types of different stuff. So that's probably my best one. That's probably the first person I clicked up with. To be honest with you.
Man, yeah, I remember you got there in 2019. I remember getting there in 2020. I got there in 2022 right after COVID, and I remember we were in dorms, so there was no going out. I remember they tried to make us work out because it was COVID going on. They tried to make us wear those little gator
With the little
masks over our
mask,
face,
yeah.
like we can't breathe. We over here in warm ups, can't breathe and
Man,
stuff. And like I remember the first time it was like, all right, I'm about to go out, and I had asked somebody, I'm like shit, like who do I don't know who to hit up. I'm not from out here. And they told me to hit up Keegan Jones. They told me to hit up Keegan
they
Jones.
tell you that, bro.
Man, when I tell you, I hit up Keegan Jones, and when I tell you we went out, we went to the club, and we walked. I don't know. I'm new to this. I'm new to this life. We walk up to specifically Nightingale. Nightingale used to be popping. Everybody, if you were at UCLA in 2022 to 2023, everybody remembers Nightingale. Nightingale was the move. Anyway, we walk up to Nightingale, and I remember I think I had Ubered by myself. So I'm like, dang, I'm running late. And I get out and I see Keegan, and I'm like Keegan. He sees me and he hits me with the like, come on, like, hey, let's go, like, hurry up.
Bro,
So I'm speed walking over there, bro. When I tell you, I get right behind him, we walk up, they just grab the little chain link, move it out the way, and we just walk in. We just walk. I'm talking about no pat,
bro, like,
no pat down, no nothing. We just walk in. I'm talking about section. They got the signs over here. Little bottle girls bringing
hey,
alcohol
bro,
all night,
LA,
free
that's
for free.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I ain't gonna lie. LA is one of those places where it's turned, bro. And if you go out, if you got connections, man, and you really just, especially with UCLA, you know what I'm saying? If you go to UCLA, you know what I'm saying? Everybody out there, you automatically you're gonna get a lot of privilege. You're gonna get a lot of stuff in the city because you at UCLA, like this is UCLA, and obviously, yeah, school is right here. But if you look around the whole LA, there's clubs, there's the beach, there's mansion parties, there's all types of stuff you can get involved with. So I ain't gonna lie, I went out a bunch, and when I was out, I met so many different people. Obviously, people who run the clubs, who this type of stuff. So, like you said, bro, whenever you hit the club, bro, it was like they already knew me, so they was like, "Oh, my homie coming, they gonna pull up." You know what I'm saying? Like even now, like those connections, you know what I'm saying, go a long way. Yeah, those connections obviously is for nightlife, that different type of stuff. But if you want to have a good time here and there, yeah, you can go out and boom, 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 this and that. So even like right now, if I go to LA, people still, you know what I'm saying, people still can help me out, give me clubs, this type of stuff. But I mean, obviously, I advise all the kids still in college don't even worry about that type of stuff right now. But I mean, when the later years in college, whenever you about a sophomore, junior, yeah, if you start going out, yeah, obviously make those connections because it's like, because right now, I bet a lot of kids like who go to Miami, a lot of kids who go to UCLA, if they are going out, they're probably going out spending money, buying bottles, this and that. Like you said, bro, we going in there, bro. All that joint was free. I'm not spending a dime. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, it's like no reason. Like that's why I'm saying connections come in handy. Like all the kids that they in school right now, bro, don't spend a dime, man. Just make a connection. If you want to go out, just make a connection where all that stuff can be free. Don't waste your money on
I forgot who said it.
bottles and stuff.
I forgot what teammate said it, but they were like, bro, we were really in it. I know it sounds dramatic for all the people watching. I know it sounds dramatic, but we were really moving like Drake. Had no bit, just some normal people in college, no business being in some of the rooms that we were in, doing some of the stuff we were doing. We were really moving like Drake, which is it's crazy when you look back on it, because like it's normal to you whenever you're in it, and then when you get done, it's like when you get done playing or whatever, when you get out of college and you start to see like other people's reality. Like one of my homies had told me, I remember I had flew back here one time, and he was like, bro, like we have to pay to get in the clubs. Like, you know, and like, I never even had thought about that before. In my mind, it kind of hit me like, dang, like I never thought about it. Like it's not normal to not pay, just cut the lines everywhere. Walk like you're walking up like you're gonna or something. They just move the chains out the way. What section you want? You in the section. 3 bottles all night. Like
I'm telling you, bro, connections, man. That's why I'm saying like connections go a long way, and that's like what you saying like you moving like Drake. I get what you mean because it's like obviously we ain't really, you know what I'm saying, paped up like that, but it's like whenever it comes up, like people looking at us like, bro, I don't wait in this line all damn night. How do you gonna walk up here and just skip the line? They raising the damn, they ain't IDing them, they ain't doing none of that. But hey man, that's why I'm saying connections go a long way.
Black trucks too. I'm talking about like black pulling up in the black truck everywhere.
I ain't gonna lie to you, in LA, bro, you gotta pop it in LA. You can't go out there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. LA women, bro, they so just, you know what I'm saying? They a little bougie, bro, but like ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't gonna lie to you, ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey, but it's just like shit. If you gonna pull up to the club and if you going out, I mean, yeah, you gotta come ready. You gotta come correct. You gotta come correct. If you go, we pulled up black truck, we walked in the club, yeah. But it's one of those things, bro. It's just you just can't get lost in that shit. Bro. That's all I say for any of the kids like they watching this right now. Any of the kids in LA, the UCLA student, I say just don't get lost in it. Know how to balance it. Like don't let it bleed into your what you got going on at practice and stuff. Like
we was never bullshitting on like we always handled took care of our business and everything. So it never like it wasn't one of those things where it's like this is affecting this. There's either those people who can handle it and stay on their top of their business, or the people who can't. You just got to know which one you are. Like
exactly. That's really the main thing. You got to just know if you can't handle that type of stuff, don't even dibble and dabble in it. If you can handle it, boom. And some people like I had homies like, you know, Zach Charbonnet, he never went out. You know what I'm saying?
Zach didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing. I mean, but it's like some people they just like, which is, you know what I'm saying? He's so locked, man. He's set, and you see what he doing now. But but it's like, you know what I'm saying? But like some people can go out, like you know what I'm saying? Like me, some of the other homies, I ain't gonna say their names. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to mention, but like some of the other homies, we was popping out, but it still came time to show up in the game. You still made plays. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it is what it is. But yeah.
So speaking about the nightlife in LA, what would you say was probably the craziest night you had out? Like overall, like best experience. Like it was just a crazy night. Whether it's because the people that you saw, what you were doing, or etc. What would you say?
To be honest with you, bro, LA got so many. You gotta understand, like you know, because you was out there too. But for people who don't know, you gotta understand, like LA is like that's where every celebrity lives at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's they playground too. So you go out places, you might run into this person, you might run into that person. Like bro, I done went out so many times. I done seen Chris Brown, I done seen Sexy Red, I done seen you know what I'm saying? So many people out in the clubs out there. So for me, I feel like some of the best nights. I remember one time Don Toliver pulled up to this club called Bootsy.
Bootsy up.
Shit, he had that motherfucker turned upside down in there, boy. And I think it was the homie's birthday I pulled up too, so that was probably one of the turning night. But I feel like we're like every night out there really is however you want to take it. I feel like every night could be turned. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that's why I say you gotta balance it. Because it's like it gets so to a point where that shit get too. It's so fun. It's like shit. You think you know what I'm saying? Like,
every day they got stuff out there every day.
Like you can go out. You can go out on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Like that song, the club went up on a Tuesday. It's real out there. Like because I remember it was like my sophomore year, and I really wasn't playing like that. So me and the homie named Grub, we used to pull up every Thursday. So you know how Thursdays practice. So we were obviously Monday would be like what? It'd be shells and shorts, and then Tuesday and Wednesday would be the hard practices, and then Thursday was what? Just a helmet and then Friday was just Fast
Fast
Fridays.
Friday,
You
Fast
know what I'm
Friday.
saying? So every time we got to the point where it's Thursday, we go out on Thursday nights. Because I knew I wasn't really about to play, you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to
Yeah.
get in. So I'm like, well, I ain't about to get in this weekend. Fuck it. So nigga, every Thursday hit, we popping out. We popping out to the club Thursday. Because we know the next day it's Fast Friday. Like, nigga,
Yeah.
it's Fast Friday. All you gotta do is make sure you just lock in knowing the plays and that. And keep in mind, we wasn't getting in. So I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So it was like, bro, we used to pop out, man. We used to go to turn. But yeah, LA, bro, it's something every single day of the week. If you want to do something, you could.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't advise doing that. But shit, if you want to, you can.
What was your favorite club out there? Or like club, bar, or whatever? Like, what was your favorite place to go
My favorite
on the
place to
weekend?
go, I say, there's a few different spots I used to always go to, but I say the best spot is probably like Drake said, out in Poppy outside. Poppy, Club Poppy, man. It sounds kind of crazy because it's called Poppy, but hey, you want to see some fine women? Poppy.
Poppy
Now,
was crazy.
I think it's a little rooftop bar called Harriet's nowadays where people be popping out too. But
I had some of the most fun nights I probably had was Poppy and then Hyde. Bro,
yeah, Hyde,
Hyde
yeah, Hyde
is a
used to be
different level.
yeah, Hyde used to be where it's at.
I'm
That's
talking about you got celebrities. You know how it is. If you go to a club or anywhere, you anybody that's of importance is gonna be in a section. When I tell you at Hyde, you have A-list celebrities that are on the ground that aren't even in sections. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
man,
Crazy.
it's wild out there, bro. I think my first time in Hyde, I think it's like my freshman year. I'm using a fake. I got a fake ID, bro. I go to Hyde, bro. They talk about Kylie Jenner in the building. I'm like, what the Kylie Jenner? Keep in mind, bro, I'm coming from small town Cleveland, Tennessee, bro. All I know these people is on my social media, so I'm walking to them like Kylie Jenner in the building. I'm like, Kylie Jenner in here, man. Where she at? You
It's
know what I'm saying?
crazy, and it's
Like,
the stuff like, man, I'm not
it's
even supposed to
wild,
be in
like,
here. Like,
man. You just start feeling like,
get in
dog.
because you knew somebody.
Tell
Like,
you, man, it's wild. But what I learned is back then, like, it was a connect. Who I ain't gonna say his name, but the homie had a connect. And the connect, he was like a USC connect. So he was like, I usually don't even mess with y'all UCLA dudes. But since he knew the other homie, he was like, since you and him, you know what I'm saying, y'all can come on in, but like, don't normalize this
yeah,
and that. It was crazy. But that's why it's wild. It's funny you said Nightingale, because like, that's where we was plugged in heavy. Like UCLA, like the crowd was
man.
plugged in, but high, the USC crowd was always high.
Yeah, I caught myself thinking I was good. I pulled up with him a couple times, and like they dapping him up, so I'm dapping him up too, man. I caught myself trying to pull up by myself. They looked at me like they didn't even know me. I was so hot. And I'm not gonna say her name, but I want to. I want to because she really pissed me off. But like, bro, she didn't
Hey.
see me probably 20 times with him, and when I pulled up by myself, I'm walking up like all confident, like, "Oh hey," she act like she didn't know me. I was sick. I was
And she
sick,
pulled the okie doke on that, and he was like, man,
man.
let me in the club. There's big girls out here looking at me, man. Like, I'm trying to walk in. But yeah, it was wild though. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. The other experiences out there at the club, it's for sure. It's a time out there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a time. It's everything. But you got everything in LA. We got the beach right over here. You got Santa Monica. You got Venice. You got the club. You got hikes. You can walk. You know what I'm saying? There's so much
Yeah,
to do out there, bro. Like, at some point, I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to get back out there just for that reason. Cause it's like it's just too much to do out there. Like, especially
yeah,
for like if you're young, there's so much opportunity. If you want to, like how you said earlier, like I'm trying to
yeah,
stream. I'm trying to do social media stuff. Like that's the place to do it. You can do it anywhere, but I feel like the place to do it is somewhere like that because you're gonna run into
yeah.
different content creators. You're gonna run into all types of different people. But for sure,
So we got to get into it. Everybody wants to know what's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the name Chip Kelly.
hey man, Chip Kelly, Chip Kelly, Chip Kelly. Boy. I just feel like when it comes to Chip, man, like I give him his prompts when it comes to calling plays, to changing the game of football because I ain't gonna lie, he is a like when it comes to calling plays and it comes to dissecting the game, this type of stuff, he a genius when it comes to drawing up, you know what I'm saying? Get people
Yeah,
open. But me personally, my relationship with Chip, I feel like it was kind of weird because it was like I feel like as a coach, you're there to try to push your athletes. You're there to try to elevate them. You're trying to, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to get them like to be. I don't know how to put the best words for it, but it's like I feel like as a coach, you're trying to like, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to develop the kid to where he can get to a point to where he can move on to the next chapter. Like
Uh-huh.
for instance, us in college, I feel like Chip should have been trying to push us to the NFL. I feel like I got to a point with Chip to where he wasn't really giving me an opportunity to show what I got, but he knew what talent I had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he knew like, okay, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I did have some ups and downs throughout my process with UCLA when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I see Deion Sanders here and there every day. Like I'm sure there's kids that is going through a lot of stuff, but he uplifting them and they got stuff going back home and stuff. He just uplifting them, trying to get them back right on the football field. Like, me and Chip, it was some times where he knew what I had going on back home, but he didn't really care about that type of stuff. So he was just like, he knew that's probably what's affecting me, but he didn't really, you know what I'm saying? He didn't really help it out at all. He kind of just was like, oh, he's not worried about football and football only. So I'm just gonna move on from him. I'm on to the next player and I'm on to this and that, which I understand as a coach. I guess cool if you want to go that route, cool. But it's like when you know you got somebody, I feel like I was one of the best players on that team. But it's like I didn't get
A
to.
lot of people know it. A lot of people, bro. That's the sad part because a lot of people, everybody that was there, that around us know it. Like, why isn't Keegan playing as much as he should? Why isn't he getting the ball? Makes no sense. No trouble. He's not getting in trouble. He's not cursing people out because there's people who put themselves in a hole where it's to like you know exactly why they're not playing, and there's some people to where it's like the only reason they're not is just because the coach just doesn't for whatever. There's no reason behind it for the coach just doesn't want to play them. That's it. And that's like the hardest part that people struggle with, like mentally, all types of stuff. But like, that bro,
And
that
that's what
shit
I'm
be
saying. I
irritating
was
me.
just like, bro, like it got to the point where I was like, bro, like you're not even like trying to give me the opportunity. Cause say it's a, okay, put it like this. So say if he thought like I didn't know the plays, this and that, there's still stuff you can do for your best playmaker. I look at Kader. I'm not. Okay, what's his name? Tony, Florida.
Yeah, Kadarius Toney.
His name Kadarius Tony, or not Kadarius
Or
Tony, but
he was at
Malachi. No,
Florida.
Malachi Tony.
Toney at Miami.
I
He
look at
Miami.
they just making it, man. They making it real simple for him. Bro. Get the ball to your athlete hand and let him do what he gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Chip could have easily did that, like, but he didn't.
When he did though, too, the crazy part is whenever he did, everybody knew like, okay, when you touch the ball, like they know something's about to happen.
Something about to happen, bro. And it was like, it's just like, it's like you would go into the game and he'd do it one game, and then the next game I just want to even I see the field like 2 times, 2 touches. Man, I go out like I get the ball 2 times and average 10 yards. Like at one point, like my touch per carry was like already over 10. Like it was like the ratio was way higher than what, you know what I'm saying? Like I forgot the exact numbers, but it was like I seen people tweeting and stuff. They like, bro, why ain't Keegan Jones getting the ball, this and that? And yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I done did some stuff like when it came to running between the gaps and like real running back hard ground and pound stuff. Like yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, I done messed up, hit some of them inside zones, a little different stuff like that. But like as a coach, you know your players' weaknesses.
Everybody,
you know
everybody.
You know your players' weaknesses, you know their strengths. So it was like you knew my strengths and you didn't even like let me try to do what I could do with those strengths. So it's just a bunch of weird stuff. So like when it comes to Chip, man, it's just like I just feel like I feel like he shut down on me. So like and that kind of took the fun out of the game for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like whenever he started doing all that, I just stopped. Like
every player understands like when they do something, everybody has their faults. Everybody has stuff they do good, pros and cons. But like it's common sense. Like it's straight. If you were to cut on the film, it's common sense and line up the 5 best guys you have. And there's no reason for why everybody's like, why isn't he getting the ball? Why isn't he getting the ball? When he gets the ball, he's doing something with it. And then when you get asked about it in the media, like, oh man, this could be a whole nother thing. Like, I don't rock with him, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
it was 1 week. My bad, cut you off, but it was 1 week I didn't play, and the media had asked him, like, why Keegan Jones didn't get any catches, this and that. And bro, lied to the media talking about I was hurt. Like it's I got the video somewhere, but bro really told the media like, oh yeah, Keegan's been going battling some injuries. I'm like, whoa, bro, I'm far from being hurt. So like little stuff like that, I was like, all right, hold up, like. And then it got to the point where like, obviously I was the fastest dude on the team. No disrespect to like my homies like Colson, because me and even Colson talked about this stuff like kickoff return, bro. Like everybody knew I should be on kickoff return.
Man.
Bro, and the thing is, he still had me out there on kickoff return, but I was on the off return, the lead blocker for the main kick return. Keep in mind,
But
I'm
the
five
thing
eight.
that made it worse though is like
I'm 5'8", 175, lead blocking.
the players don't like. That's the thing. The players don't have animosity towards the other players. Like if you, everybody out there is friends, right? So you understand, like, okay, like when my homie's out there, I'm rooting for him. I want him to do good and all this stuff. But there's room for everybody to eat, and to where it makes no sense to where like you have somebody who's triple his size, weighs 3 times more than he does, and he's lead blocking,
Yeah, me lead
and
blocking.
he's the shiftiest dude on the team. Make anybody shake somebody out their socks. Everybody knows this. All the fans are asking questions as to why. And bro, just like he just wanted at the end of the day, like think about Chip. Chip is gonna do whatever he wants to do. He's gonna die by his system. You're gonna win or lose by his system. He doesn't care how many playmakers are on the field. He's not gonna go into a game saying, all right, these 5 guys have to touch the ball at least 5 times. He's not going to go into a game like that. No. If you're a running back, cool, you know they're going to hand off the ball. But he's not going into a game saying, all right, we have this receiver, this receiver, this receiver, this tight end, this running back. These guys have to touch the ball 5 times because whenever they do, plays are made. And if you look at the good teams, the teams that win, their playmakers are always going to touch the ball every game, whether it's if the DBs are playing way off and you throw a screen pass just to get the ball in their hands, we weren't doing stuff like that. You could have a guy go out there and make a crazy play, rush for 200 yards, and you don't see this dude until 6 games later down the season. Makes no sense.
Man, it just didn't make no sense at all, man. Like a lot of stuff he did is just going back to like the people we had on that team. Like we had DTR quarterback, Zach Charbonnet running back, me as the backup running back, had Kaz out there, receiver, had Jewett receiver, had Bobo, we had
Kyle Phillips.
We had
Greg Dulcich.
He's still in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like we had so many.
Hudson was talented. Can move as a tight end too.
We had too much talent to just let it, and it kind of
just going down the list Britton Brown.
Man, like.
Who else are we missing?
It was
K-Lou.
It was years back to back to where we had, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like consecutive years where we had stupid talent on that team. It was just a lot of people. I feel like he got to a point where he had his certain guys that he wanted to push in the league, and that's what he focused on. Like he's like, I want this guy to get the league. Instead of just like, okay, we about to just run this score. We got playmakers here. We got like you said, we like certain guys supposed to be able to. We know he need to get the ball at least this amount of time because we know he's gonna do something with it. This player too, but it was like, I don't know. It was just like Chip just kind of, like you said, he stick to his system, and I done heard like that some coaches that tell him that type of stuff, like, man, like I'm trying to like, you know what I'm saying, like, we should run this or like we should get this guy more involved. He'd be like, he'd shut it down because like he just stuck off in his ways.
And the saddest part and the hard part about it is like everybody's in it for themselves. A coach is never gonna jeopardize his career and his family to speak up for a player. It happens with the coaches, strength coaches all the time. If you have one guy who speaks up about something that he knows is wrong or something, that dude's out of there. 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, he's gone. So a coach is never going to jeopardize his future and his well-being because now it's like, how's he supposed to eat? He's not going to do it for a player. So there could be some shit going on that they know is dead wrong. They know for a fact that this kid over here should be playing or this kid should be playing, and they're not going to speak up about it. Because the first time that they did try or whatever, when they try to give their little hints, it gets shut down and it's pretty much like a stay in your lane type of thing. Like I'm the head coach, I'm the final decision maker. And it's hard because what do they have to do? They can't go back to the player and say that. They got to go back and lie to keep you happy. Right. Tell you just enough to try to make you want to stay around and not transfer or get up. So I don't knock any player. Like, yes, the transfer portal now, you have people that are just leaving just because. But in some cases, bro, like sometimes there's nothing a kid could do to ever touch the field. He could be doing everything the right way and be a dog, and there's nothing he could do. Like if you look at Jamison Williams, he was at Ohio State. Barely anybody knew who he was. Everybody on the team knew he could play. Every receiver in that room knew he was a dog. But if he were to go on TV and say out loud, I'm the best receiver in the nation, half the people would look at him crazy. Besides his teammates.
Man.
What does he do? He goes and transfers to Alabama, first round pick. He should have won the Blitnikoff Award that year. And you see what he's doing for Detroit now in the league. There's so many players like that, but they never get the opportunity. And that's like the sad, but that should be making me mad, bro. Like,
terrible, bro. Like a coach can real deal jeopardize the whole trajectory to the NFL. Like that's why it's like, man, yeah, Chip. I ain't gonna lie, man. Chip, yeah, he did wrong for that one. And I feel like he messed up the whole trajectory for a lot of time. Like guys like Deshaun Jackson, like there's a lot of people that then came out and spoke about Chip, but they were obviously already in the NFL. But he's damn sure not a player's coach. You know what I'm saying?
at all.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
at
like
all.
it's just hard to like to figure the guy out. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a like it was times where I was like, okay, let me lock in. Maybe it's something that I'm doing completely wrong, and that's why I'm not playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not playing, but I go meet with Chip one on one in his office, and man, like we talk. He would literally tell me like, "You're not doing nothing wrong. It's early in the season, like yada yada yada. Like, just be patient. It's a snap. Like you're not doing nothing wrong that I know of. Just kind of be patient. You know what I'm saying? Just wait. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. Like, okay, now I done met with you. You know what I'm saying? Now I done asked you, like, if there's something on the table, please just let me know. Because maybe I'm doing something wrong. Tell me nothing going wrong. And then weeks keep going by where I'm still not seeing no change. And it's like, it gets to a point, then I'll be thinking, like, damn, I must not be as good at football as I think I am. Because it's like, I'm not playing. Maybe I ain't. You know what I'm saying? But then again, though, it's like, I done seen myself. I get in the game. And then, boom, I do something. It's like, I could be helping this team in some sort of fashion. You know what I'm saying? But
because I would say it's a skill set to know how to utilize talent. Whenever you look at another school and say they got 3 running backs, like all eating every game, that coach is gonna make sure that they get their touches because he knows he has 3 dogs on his team. Same at receiver. You got 4 receivers on another team putting up 100 yards every game or close to it. You have the 3rd receiver on the team finishing the season with 55 catches. Meanwhile, the leading receiver on your team only got like 48 or something. Like, it don't make sense. When you have like some of the craziest talent that people would never know about. Never. Like, that's like the sad part, and there's no justification for it. It's just like, okay, you don't know how to utilize talent. We're gonna win and die by your way. You don't care how many good players you got. You don't care that you got good. Like, I always tell you, if Jerry Jeudy was at UCLA, he wouldn't be Jerry Jeudy. He won it, and that's a fact. Everybody that was there knows that.
Man, there's a lot of players that they played on the ship. Their name would not be what they are.
They would not be in the league right now, and it's crazy.
If you decide you want to speak up, and while you playing on them teams, and you decide you want to speak up, that's the worst thing you can do as a player. Man, while you on the team, because you're for sure getting shut down after that. Like yeah, because now you and the coach obviously at odds, and if you go public about it, oh yeah, it's over with.
I'm not talking about opinionated. I'm talking about fact. Somebody going to the media, somebody talking to the media, a coach saying that, oh, this guy's not playing because he's hurt. What do you think would happen if somebody would have came out online on Twitter and said, I'm not hurt, like I'm perfectly healthy? Like, what do you think would happen? Like, man, bro, you would not see the field. You're done for. You think the other players are going to speak up? No, because their careers could be over if they do it. It's like sad, but a lot of people are scared to speak up about the stuff because they still may need to utilize some relationships with coaches, whether they're still playing or even when they get done playing. Most players have a lot of stuff to say. They all just got to wait till they either get the bag or they're completely done playing. And that's a fact.
It's a fact. That's a fucking fact.
Man, who lightened up the mood a little bit? Your college experience was crazy. You got there before NIL. You were there during COVID-19. And then you got to experience the whole NIL era. I'm talking about like when it first started into even now to where dudes are getting crazy bags. Like how was that?
Because the little monthly stipends, everybody was getting more stipends. So
for the people who don't know, like how much were those stipends? Like monthly?
Stipends. So when I first got there, it was like since I was staying in the dorm. I think it depends on how you living, but I was staying in the dorm, so I was only getting like $800 at first, like because it was 3 people to a room. It was me, my homie Chase Griffin, and Will Nemo. We were staying in the extra. We was getting about $800 a month. But like to me as a freshman, I thought that was, you know what I'm saying? I'm like $800. Yeah. I'm just coming right from the crib, so like $800 is cool with me. but like not thinking like, I'm in LA. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't doing LA stuff at the time,
Yeah.
like trying to be all clean and all that type of stuff. But I feel like little stipends was holding me off this and that. But like going into, you know what I'm saying? Well, first, obviously, COVID hit. So when COVID hit, that kind of, I ain't gonna lie to it. I will say this. I feel like COVID did change a lot of stuff, but like my trajectory, I was going through a lot right before COVID. So like when COVID hit, and I got to go back home. I ain't gonna lie to you. It kind of like gave me like a mental reset. Cause I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Cause like football was kind of getting, you know what I'm saying, real stressful. Like I was going through basically a lot of different stuff we ain't got to talk about. But basically when COVID hit, for me, when it came to football, I feel like it kind of helped out. So I went back home and it came back. We still was in COVID. We still was obviously, like you said, we was wearing masks, trying to do workouts, all that type of stuff. But like all that stuff, I was in a clear mindset after COVID. After I went home for a little while and came back. But moving on to when NIL started up, UCLA kind of was on the back end of it, you know what I'm saying? Because like we said about Chip, he didn't really care about the NIL. All the boosters, all that type of stuff. He didn't really do all that stuff, is what I heard. My last year at UCLA is when we just got like a decent donation to where guys could get paid. But the donation wasn't big enough to where guys, you know what I'm saying? Like now, it's crazy because the year right after I left is when they got the stupid donations, like the dumb money. But the year before we had just basically where only a few guys got paid like a lot of money, and the rest was like getting about 30, 40,000, you know what I'm saying? Which is still
Yeah.
good money. You know what I'm saying? Like you in college, you don't really need to be rich in college. You know what I'm saying? It's college.
Nothing compared to what like
You know what I'm saying?
today. What these people are like.
Yeah, like if you just got here, you start out at 100,
It's crazy.
100,000. Start out
Crazy,
like, come
bro.
on, bro. So they said they start out at 100. If you playing your second stream or whatever, you get 300. And if you're a starter and what the quarterback was getting, I think they said 900 to a KM. They said if you playing a lot and you actually making plays, you getting around 500 to 600. And then some people said that's getting like 300,000. But I'm saying like, bro, like that, like
I know a guy who
that's
backed me
life
up.
changing money. Like it ain't like to the point where you can like obviously just, you know what I'm saying, but that's a great head start. Like that's a big boost.
People that are getting 500, 600. Okay, you're in college, boom, and that's just for that year. That's what people don't understand. That's not no. You're getting this money over the course of 4 years or 3 years. No, we're paying you $800,000, and at the end of the season, you can renegotiate, or you could transfer somewhere else where they're giving you more money, bro. If you throw that money into the stock market, S&P 500 or whatever, just let it sit. Do you know how much money you would have? Somebody can do the math on it. I'll drop it over here. If you invested $800,000 into the market, just based off of like annual returns in 20 years, what would that be?
It's free game. He give me a free game right now.
And bro, it's so crazy to me because it's like, I remember, so I lived off campus. I remember getting the off campus check was $2,400.
I thought that was lovely,
bro. And people used to make jokes about me being rich and up and all this stuff. Like I'm talking about whole team. Oh, you up, you rich, you $2,400. Some of those same guys that were saying all that stuff are getting 500 plus today, which is crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, shit, I need to find a way to get back to college. Like one more year. Shit. Cause I know some people. I know people who personally did it. They were like, I'm not going to the league, whether it was injuries or whatever. They know it's a business. Why would I go into the real world right now where they're going to offer me probably $50,000 a year when I could stay in college and I can stay in college one more year and I can get 500 plus? Like, why? Why would you not do it? It's wild, bro.
It's wild. These boys in the island, they getting stupid money right now. And then like you said, they transfer. They getting, so say if I'm at UCLA, they give me 500,000 for a season. You get the 500,000, then they transfer in the next year, go to another school and get another 600. Say you go to Texas, this is where they really have stupid money in here. They giving $700,000. Like you just ran up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the number. You can do the numbers yourself, but it's like, bro, you just ran up that much money that fast in college. It's like I feel like a lot of kids nowadays they don't even like, they're not even rushing to get to the NFL because they're making, you know what I'm saying? They're making a lot of money in college. Like some of these quarterbacks and stuff, you know what I'm saying? What was the Ole Miss quarterback? What was his name? He was
trying to get Jackson Dart. Was it Dart? Not Dart.
It was
not
the
Dart.
one last year, I think. black dude. I forgot his name,
I know you're talking about.
but yeah, he tried to reclassify. Like he didn't even want to declare. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, I'm trying to come back, but it's like I feel him though, because it's like, bro, you going. I mean, yeah, the NFL. I mean, obviously the NFL is gonna pay you a lot more than you ever gonna
Dudes are getting paid more. Some like
pay. But,
the first round picks are getting the bag, but like if you don't go first 3 rounds or whatever, bro, some of these people are getting paid more money in college.
more money in college, man. So they agents is telling them like, man, I think you might just stay one more year. You gonna make more money because at the end of the day, everybody trying to get to the point to where they can provide for their family. So if you can provide for your family in college, they're thinking like, man, I might as well stay here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they like, it is what it is. But yeah, it's wild though. Nowadays that NIL is jumping now.
So when NIL first started, it's different. It's different now how it was back then. Like now people are getting paid like directly through the school and stuff like that. But when it first started, a lot of people, and I thought this way too. When I heard that we were able to get paid, I thought it was like we all thought, oh, we're about to be rich. There was barely anybody making money because it was all on you. Really, it was like, okay, y'all have the ability to make money, but like, how was that for you? Like learning about all that, like
Man.
when the rule first dropped, thinking like
drop. I mean, they had this was what they basically did. Like when the rule first dropped, they had people come in and talk to us and kind of tell us. I thought it was gonna be like what you said. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, like since we can get paid now, I'm thinking the school about to just start giving us checks. I'm thinking that brands is about to just start just you know what I'm saying, just throwing money like this and that. Which some places they did do that. You know what I'm saying? But like LA was one of those places where it's so much of a big city, people don't really like tend to just the college football. Like they ain't really where it got active. Yeah, it's so much going on out there. So for me, I was just like, okay. So they came in and had a meeting with us, and they was like, okay, this is what y'all guys need to do if you want to start branding yourself. And guys like Chase Griffin, guys like that, he used to tell me like little different strategies to try to what I'm saying to promote myself, which I wasn't good at that type of stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you at the time. So like, it was a struggle for me. I ain't really make but them first few years, I didn't make no money off of it, to be honest with you. Like I made a little bit off of it because I did like a little branding, little PSD modeling. I think
PSD. Shout out PSD. Shout out PSD, man.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
actually need some more. Running kind of dry right now. So
Man, so
PSD, y'all can make it happen. Let's get in contact.
PSD. But yeah, like that was like the first little like thing that I did with NIL where I can get paid for it. You know what I'm saying, for my name, image, and likeness. So, but besides that, man, I was struggling trying to figure out the NIL stuff until that last year when when the school finally got a little bit of money to just be able to give it out. That's when I was chilling. But before that, it was like because it's hard. It was like because I didn't really have a following on gram. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have like, some guys had like more followers, so the grams is actually naturally just gravitate to those type of guys because they're like, okay, their social media page has this, so they go gravitate there. But yeah, in the first few years, I was struggling. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I didn't know everybody. I thought everybody really didn't know like what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody knew how to really navigate through it to where you can make a lot of money. Which, like I said, Chase Griffin, that was one of the guys. He's like one of my best homies. He showed it. He was like NIL athlete of the year. He wasn't even playing. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't.
Man, I think he won it twice.
He won it twice. Like he didn't, and through those 2 times he won it, he wasn't even like on the field like playing. He had other quarterbacks playing. So like that's when I started to notice like, okay, NIL ain't about the guys who are out here on the field. It's about just how much you can promote yourself and how much you can be like, you know what I'm saying, a stand-up type of guys where you be like, people want to give you money, invest in you to promote their brand or whatever they got going on. So
man, yeah, Chase Griffin he was a genius, bro. He was a genius, and it's like people. It's funny, like at the time, people didn't understand like what he was doing and like all that until if you look at. I'm not gonna throw his business out there, but like Chase is doing really good for himself, and it started back in probably started before when he was young. Obviously, he comes from a great family and stuff, but like Chase was like hip to a lot of this stuff while we were in college. Like about he wasn't worried about nothing else. Nobody was talking about or worried about like nobody else's opinions. It was like, here's the plan. I'm about to execute the plan, and we're gonna see who gets the last laugh in a couple of years. And like,
because he got to the point where he was posting so much stuff. People was like, I don't know, like I'm telling you, but like that whole phase, like you could tell like he had a plan and he knew how to capitalize on NIL right away. Like he took advantage of every opportunity right away and ran with it. And like, you see what he's doing now. If anybody know Chase, he running it up. But it's just one of those things. I felt like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like back then, I still sometimes like when it comes to like promote myself or even posting on social media or doing a lot of stuff. Like I'm just now getting to the point where it's like I don't
Yeah.
care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna post this. I can make like me. I can do this shit because it's like you know what I'm saying. Like all you do is put yourself out there and anything.
Yeah.
But like back then, I used to be like, I ain't trying to do all that. I'm trying to focus just on football. Like this is now I need to just focus on football because some coaches, I ain't gonna lie to you, there were some players who came in that was doing a lot of NIL stuff, like a bunch of stuff on social media, and coaches just shut down on you on that type of stuff. They like, bro, you more focused on social media more than playing football. So like,
That was a huge I would say that was like a huge misconception when it came to people because it's like, bro, to post something online takes 2 seconds. You hold your camera up and you take a picture and you click post. That has nothing to do with the field. That has nothing to do with working out. It has nothing to do with anything. Yes, for some people it could distract them, but I even remember when I had started posting some deals like going to some events or whatever. Remember KB, shout out Coach KB. He been trying to try me at workouts. Like,
oh
oh, I
man,
know
man,
you ain't you probably ain't ready. Like, you probably, trying
man,
to test me. And I would eat the workout. But it's like, bro, like some people in their free time, they go home and play games, right? I never gamed like that. Like I just never gamed. So it's like, okay, while somebody else is playing a game, if I went down to this restaurant and took a picture and they paid me for it, like what's the difference? Nobody's distracted. I'm still on top of my business, still eating the workouts, still being a leader, Like, but now it's so normalized now. It's changed so much. Like it's so normalized now. Like people don't even think twice about it. Like, but it was tough when it first started though, because if you did anything, it was like, oh, he's probably distracted. He's worried about all the deals. Because you remember we had dudes on TikTok.
people that's blowing up on TikTok and stuff, the coaches just looking at them like, man, you out here on TikTok, you ain't worried about
Man,
football, like, which is crazy to me.
but
I'm
then
like,
again, it's like, bro, like, okay, like, what's the difference? If you really think, what is the difference? If I
man,
go home and play a game versus, okay, I just got done with practice, I set up my phone and just made a video, 15 seconds. How is that a distract? Like,
man,
how am I distracted because of that? That took me 3 seconds. Took no time out of my day, nothing. But now it's so normalized now. It's like it's the world we live in now.
it's wild, bro. Real shit, it's wild.
So you into the
Yeah,
content
so
now?
when it comes to Twitch, bro, like I've been seeing like I'm one of the type of guys where I've been looking like I've been wanting to do social media for a long time. Like I said just a minute ago, like I've been wanting to do social media for a minute, and I've been just watching people just do different stuff on the streaming apps and Kick, Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different streaming platforms. I'm just watching. I'm like, man, they literally just sitting in front of the screen doing what they like to do. Some of them doing a little extra stuff. Some of them doing just chill stuff. But it's like, regardless, they doing what they want to do, and they blowing up for it, and they getting paid for it. So it's like I'm looking at it like, man, why not hop on stream? Why not be myself? Because it's like, yeah, like around certain crowds and stuff, I'll be chill. Like back in the facility and stuff. Like whenever I was at UCLA, a lot of people know me. Like they like he can just chill. This and that. Like I wasn't doing too much. But like really deep down, like I got a, you know what I'm saying? I got a personality and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like outside
Yeah.
the facility and stuff, like I'm goofy. I do a bunch of just bullshit. But like, so I was like, man, I might as well hop on stream. I might as well just hop on here, bro, and get paid for it because it's like, why not use all the, you know what I'm saying? Use all your leverage out here. I feel like so that's what I was like, man. Fuck it, I'm gonna start streaming. Obviously, like you said, got my first little Twitch payout. It wasn't that much, but it was something. So it was like,
Yeah.
it just showed me like, oh, this shit is actually possible.
What moment did you say like, you know what, like screw it, bro? I'm just about to post because it takes a lot to do it. Like it's a lot of nerves
I
that go
say
into it.
basically, I mean, once I left UCLA and went to my little mini camp, rookie mini camp for the Commanders, and they ain't signed me. And I went back home. I was just sitting at home. I'm like, bro, like I got a name, like you know what I'm saying. Like we went to UCLA, like people know me, so it's like I need to just use that to my advantage because it's like, bro, like people want to hear these stories. You know what I'm saying? People want to hear
Yeah.
what we got going on. People like already know our face. We already been on TV. Yeah, we had a helmet on. We was out there playing football, but it's like we got a story. So it's like, man, like something like streaming is something that I can take advantage of. Dudes, go over here. Come on. Man,
Like a little
stay.
kid.
Stay, boy. Stay. But it's like Twitch is something I feel like I can take advantage of because it's like it's one of those things where I can get my face out there, I can get my name out there, I can just chill. I got a lot of football homies, I can tell stories, I can play the game on Twitch, I can do a lot of stuff. And it's like and it's not hard, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's something that's like super complicated to do. You just turn the camera on and just start being you. You just all you doing is you doing what you do every day, but you just doing it with the camera on. So that's why I was like, man, I'm gonna just try it. I mean, yeah, I ain't blew up yet. Yeah, I ain't got to the point to where it's like, okay, I'm making profits where I can live off of it. But it's like I just started, so it's like I know one day it could eventually blow up. That's why I feel like I wanted to get into Twitch.
What's harder mentally? Would you say football or life after ball?
I say for sure life after ball because I mean,
It's a
which because
beast.
that's what I noticed. Like life after ball, I started to notice how easy I had it when I played football. You know what I'm saying? So I for sure say life after ball because it got to a point where I got back home. I went to, like I said, I went to Commander's mini camp. They didn't sign me. So after they didn't sign me, basically there's a period where I'm thinking like UFL season already passed because that was in January. So draft and shit is around May. I mean April, May. So all that little period. So after that period, I ain't did the mini camp. I ain't get signed from then on. Basically that whole 2025 year, I was just back home.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like trying to figure out what's gonna be my next move. So that's why I said I started streaming. But before I even started streaming, like I'm thinking like, what's the source of income I can do? So I'm door dashing. I'm driving around the city, bro. People, I'm dropping food off the people I know. They're like, bro, what you doing now? Like, you door dashing down, bro? You was just on TV. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? Like they
yeah.
like, bro, you was just on TV doing UCLA. So I'm like, yeah, like, I gotta get some money. Like, but that's just one thing. That's why I say save your damn money if you're making NIL too. Because the shit hits the fan and football's over with, you got to figure out. But yeah, I was door dashing. I'm doing just little different stuff to make some money, make ends meet. But luckily, my pops, he obviously came through. I got to stay with my pops. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling with him,
Hmm.
but he gave me a grace period. You know what I'm saying? The safety net to where I could just plan, figure out my next move. But luckily, at the end of the year, obviously the UFL came about. But before that, man, I'm thinking I'm not knowing what to do. Like I feel like a lot of I mean, you probably can vouch for this too, but I feel like a lot of athletes, whenever football ends, it's kind of like you kind of go through an identity crisis trying to figure out who you really are because a lot of us been playing football since what? Shit, I started when I was 6. No telling when
Yeah,
you
I was
started. You know what I'm
started
saying?
when I was 4.
You know what I'm saying? Like you started when you was 4, so like your whole life you go through playing football, and it's like okay, boom, it's done now. So it's like okay, now like
The tough part too about it is like people don't realize in college for like obviously before this NIL stuff and the passing, bro, it was illegal for us to try to even do anything. Like we couldn't even do anything. So it was like everything that we've done one thing our whole life, which is football. Like, what do you mean it's illegal if I want to go out here and try to start this business or company or whatever? Like, what do you mean I can't do it? So everything that we did, it was just straight up ideas. People are looking at you like, so what are you doing now?
it's like
And it's like, bro, I'm trying to figure it out.
my homie that he did obviously play football. He already been he worked in the real world. You know what I'm saying? He been in the real world, but he basically told us he was like, I can see how that can be hard because it's like man, like I already got a lot of work experience. I already know how to navigate paying rent. I know it's hard. He's like it's slick in a way like y'all behind. He's like technically you ahead because you went to college and stuff and you play football, but it's like in a way you behind in the real world because it's like now you have to learn how to navigate yourself without having help. And I ain't gonna lie to you, the real world is not no joke. Like that,
I
it is
see why
not
the
no joke.
coaches would be talking about like when you get in the real world and you get a family, like I see what they mean, bro. Because it was like those days, you know how it was. Sometimes we had some days we had some BS food they were serving, and we
You
just
won't
throw it.
eat it.
KB over here pressing us about checking in and stuff, whatever. But like a lot of us would throw the food away and just go buy something because the food we had good food. I'm just saying there was some days where it was like, what do we eat?
Man,
They're
it
trying
was
to be
more so. It
healthy.
was more so like it's getting repetitive. Like the foods at UCLA would be like, okay, you knew Mondays you have little steak bites and broccoli and you just that. Tuesdays, you're gonna have this, and that.
That
You know what I'm
salmon,
saying?
we was eating that
Salmon,
salmon.
yeah,
Everybody loved them boneless
rockfish,
wings. Yeah,
even
the
the
rockfish.
rockfish.
KB loved that rockfish, man.
Man, but it's like it just got so repetitive because every day would be the same. Like yeah, like you said, wing day. Like when wing day came on what Wednesdays maybe it's like okay, we got wings on Wednesday.
Everybody's hoarding those
Everybody
plates.
eating, but like it just got so repetitive. So it got to the point where people were like, man, I ain't trying to eat this shit. But like yeah,
Squash. I think we had squash. That risotto. Like I'm not touching no risotto.
I don't even know what
Like,
that is.
bro, I
That's
don't know either. I just
bad.
know how it looked. I was like, I ain't touching that.
It's like fuck
But I
no.
remember one day I was walking out the facility and I was about to throw the plate away in the trash, and one of the dudes who had played with us the year before, who had graduated, he was like, "What you doing with that?" He was like, "You don't understand." He was trying to. I was still in college, so I didn't understand. But he was like, "You don't understand. Like, you gonna miss those free meals,
Man,
bro. When I tell you now, bro, the
hey
ability, like I
man.
miss so bad walking to the player lounge or whatever, filling up bro. I would take a duffel bag. I'm putting waters, Gatorades, orange juice, apple juice, Uncrustables, all type of snack for free.
Oh,
Just
for
going
sure.
back to the crib. And it's like now, bro, like you can't even go to you mess around, you go to the store, you get 4 or 5 things, $100.
That
And it's
shit add
like
up. Like you
just
just
eating away.
that's what I'm saying. It's like you just don't know how easy you got it until you get out of there. Usually I used to fill my whole backpack up. Get a bunch of take it to the crib, throw it in the refrigerator, bro, be chilling.
That was
Shit
probably
done.
hundreds of dollars worth of stuff we was putting in our bags for
Water,
free
I'm saying
going
for
home.
free, man. That shit was crazy, but hey, that shit was wild. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, yeah, I miss it. I ain't gonna lie, I miss it. But
Oh yeah, I for sure miss them. Them free meals came in clutch.
everything that you've been through so far and everything that you learned in life, if you had to leave the viewers with one piece of advice, like that you learned throughout your whole life up until now, like one, you only get one. Like, what's the biggest thing that you learned that you would want to leave?
I say just be patient. Don't be too hard on yourself because a lot of things ain't even in your control. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it's in God's control. So I say just be patient. Everything ain't gonna play out how it's gonna play out. Don't overstress yourself. Don't get too caught up in the now. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of just live. Be like water. Be like just go with the flow of things and things are gonna work out for you. I mean, besides that, because I mean, I feel like once you start pressing yourself, you start doing too much, you start thinking overthink, you clog your brain, get a bunch of brain
Yeah,
fog and all that stuff. That's when shit start going south. So I feel like just be like water and go with the flow.
man. Thank you. Appreciate you for being here, bro.
Dang,
This was
real
good.
man, real
We
shit,
need to
man.
chop it up. Shout out Keegan Jones for coming through to Keeping It Real. We're gonna drop his social media in the description below. If you guys like this content and want to see more, please subscribe, like, and comment. It really helps the channel out a lot. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all for the next episode.